So imagine you're on a college campus and you're just walking around and you go up to random students and you just ask them, you say, hey, how much time yesterday did you spend on social media? And it's a very simple question, but the answer is kind of surprising because students typically spend upwards of 7 hours online, which, though it is a long time, if you think about it, you will always see, well, for the most part, see students with their phones in their hands, scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, on Snapchat. It's very easy to just get consumed in the world. And while it does pass the time and take you away from the stressful parts of college and the pressure to graduate and do well and be successful post-graduation, it can also be detrimental to your mental health. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this speech. So, as far as your mental health goes, the way that social media affects it is through your body image. Because if you're seeing all these people online that are broadcasting, basically what you should look like, because you see all these people who look great, they have a nice body, all these people like it. You're like, oh, I should look like them. I want to look like them. I want what they want. I want what they have. I just like how they look. It affects you. It affects how you treat yourself. And one of the ways that it affects how you treat yourself is through your eating ways, your eating habits, and also your exercise habits. So it's easy to start a diet, to be honest. There's multiple diets for everybody. There's veganism, vegetarianism, pescatarian, there's keto. There's just multiple diets for everybody, and you can customize them to how you want them to be. It's not hard, but it is also not that hard to fall into kind of a spiral with those diets and push yourself further than you were meant to go. And that's where eating disorders come into play, such as anorexia, bulimia. There's binge eating disorder, and there's OSFED, which is basically a combination of one or two of them, or it could be just eating disorder habits that manifest differently in people, but they don't show up the same way as the other three would. And those can be very detrimental to your health. It can be life-threatening. It's just not a path that you want to fall into. And while it can be life-threatening, it's also treatable with a lot of work on your mental state, physically. It's not something that you want to have to go through, and it's just one of the things that you have to think about while you're on social media scrolling. It's very easy. And another way that your body image can be changed basically is through exercise. And everybody makes that vow to themselves where it's like, I'm going to start exercising more, I'm going to get healthy. And that's good. It's great, actually. It's good to stay healthy. It elongates your life. Your sleep cycle regulates itself. It's cool. But also, it's easy to get into an excessive amount of exercise where you start to overdo it and you're tearing down your muscle and you're wearing your body out and you're pushing it past its limits. That can also be very life-threatening. It can put you in the hospital. You can be out of commission for days. And it's easy as well to fall into that because of social media. And again, it goes back to seeing people online that you want to look like, that you want to be like. And I think it's just important for people to understand that not everybody looks the same way. Not everybody's built the same way. and everybody has different needs biologically. So this was just something to keep you informed about social media and promoting self-care within yourself and self-love so that you don't fall into that sort of spiral, and you just remember that you're worth everything. You weren't brought on this earth for no reason, and that you mean something to somebody. So that's how social media can affect your mental health.